We here at the Movie Ticket Radio podcast salute all the YouTubers who do all their videos because, you know, I found out this is a lot of work. Hi, I'm J.R. Russ, and we're posting our podcasts here now just for more people to find and hear them. But, you know, John Landecker and I are pretty much radio guys. In fact, folks have said that we have faces for radio. That means no pictures, no video, no graphics, just this. So sit back and enjoy the oral experience, spelled A-U-R-A-L. That means sound, not what you're probably thinking.
Movie Ticket Radio.
Welcome to the Movie Ticket Radio podcast, the companion to the streaming audio movie hits format, movieticket.radio.com. I'm your charming and delightful host, J.R. Russ, and with me, Hall of Fame broadcaster John Records Landecker. And John, what are we going to be talking about today?
The Martian with Ben Affleck.
John, I know we said that we'd do The Martian, but I think I'm going to call an audible here. And because 'tis the season, I think I'm going to go with a couple of holiday movies.
That's a great idea.
And I'm going to pick Schrooged from 1988 as the first one here, with a lot of hit music, a good movie where Bill Murray is a TV executive, and he is, he's a Scrooge, basically. And
a TV executive that's a Scrooge? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe.
And he has a visit from the three Christmas ghosts, including Carol Kane, who is...
I thought maybe the three network executives.
The three that he doesn't work for. Telling him why he's not going to work for them.
It's a ghost of NBC past.
It's not new to us. Carol Kane is one of the ghosts in here. She's hilarious.
She's great.
And, of course, Bill Murray, always great. And so it's just a very, very good movie. And Karen Allen, still looking cute 10 years after Animal House.
I have not seen Scrooge, so I cannot comment.
Oh, you really? That's a good one. That's another Christmas one for your list, John.
I guess so.
Really is. You're going to hear great music like Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh, when I think of Christmas, I think of Van Morrison.
Yeah?
No.
David Johansen sang it in this movie, though, as Buster Poindexter.
Aha. Gotcha.
Did not know that. And also another Christmas song done by a member of the band,
Robbie Robertson, and the song is called Christmas Must Be Tonight. And it is performed by Robbie Robertson.
As well. That's right.
Indeed.
And then keeping in with the changing music of the times in 1988, we got a Get Up Dance. You got apostrophes on each end of that N. And it's Cool Mo D.
I love that name.
Actually, real name, M. Deweese. Plus R. Isaacs and L. Mallison writers on it. And then the traditional Christmas song, also known as parentheses, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. That's the Mel Torme song. And Robert Wells wrote that as well. But not performed by Mel Torme.
And not Nat King Cole either.
No, but his daughter.
Natalie, yes.
She was trying to get a recording career going there and was doing some stuff. So a nice rendition of that. And then a traditional song, not traditional Christmas, but traditional good big hit, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. I second that emotion.
Yeah, great tune.
Yeah. Smokey.
Love that Motown.
Did you know that Smokey's real name was William Robinson?
I did indeed.
All right. And then Alfred Cleveland, also a writer there. And then just because it's a TV thing, you'd see some TV clips, and one I noted was, it's Howdy Doody time.
Do you know how old you have to be to understand what that is?
Yeah. Even in 1988, that was a stretch.
Oh, no, exactly.
Well, kids, look up Howdy Doody. Edward Keane, the writer of it. If you ever see a Happy Days rerun on one of the old-timey networks, I think it's Happy Days where they make Ron Howard, who has, of course, red hair and freckles, and that Howdy Doody was a dummy, a marionette, and he had red hair and freckles, so they make Richie be Howdy Doody. It's either that or Andy Griffith's show. It's one of those, but
Ron
Howard.
would, either one. Ron Howard could, as a child or as a young adult, could pull off a pretty credible Howdy Doody imitation.
Yep. And then a Dan Hartman song. Remember his big hit?
Not really, but you can remind me.
I Can Dream About You.
No, I know that, but what was this? Oh, that's the song.
That's right. And It's not in this movie. Sorry. It's The Love You Take, another of his songs.
Right.
Not a hit.
By Dan. Yeah.
One he did with Denise Lopez. And then a very Christmas song, Silver Bells, the traditional Robert Goulet, Mr. Big Voice guy, Jay Livingston.
Boy, Robert Goulet, remember him? Oh, man.
I interviewed him one time.
No kidding.
He was so funny. A few times I've had a chance to interview somebody really big, and at the time he was. I said, perhaps you should be interviewing me. And he goes, well, why is that? I said, well, you were on the radio. And his face lit up, and he said, well, when I was a young man in Ottawa, because he's Canadian, he said, my mother used to send me to the radio station with this huge picnic basket full of food. I could feed the entire staff, and I would go in there and do my newscast. I said, anything interesting ever happened to you that you want to recall? He said, well, one time I was doing the news, and we had a separate engineer and a separate disc jockey, and I was sitting in the booth and saying that a plane had crashed and 38 people were killed, some of them seriously. And I looked up, and I saw the guys on the other side of the glass bent over in laughter, and I couldn't realize it. And then I realized what I said, and then I began to laugh. And as I'm laughing, I'm thinking, oh my God, these poor people are dead, and I'm laughing. I'm going to lose my job and never work again.
And none of that came true. He definitely worked again.
Well, maybe not in radio, but a great singer.
Yes.
But Robert Goulet doing Silver Bells, and then a very un-Christmassy song, Wooly Bully.
Wooly Bully. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. When I think of Christmas, that's what I think of. I think of Wooly Bully.
Maybe a woolly sweater, but not a woolly bully.
Yeah, Wooly Bully, right.
Domingo Zamudio, the writer there. And then probably the biggest hit for the movie, one of the top songs, and that is Put a Little Love in Your Heart, the Jackie DeShannon song, co-written with Randy Myers and Jimmy Holiday on that holiday of Christmas time.
Performed by Annie Lennox and Al Green.
An unlikely duo, but sounded really good. And that's one of those songs that you hear on movieticket.radio.com that it's really not a Christmas song, but it was in a Christmas movie. And then there are other songs that maybe are Christmas songs, but they're heard in movies that were not Christmas movies.
Oh, okay.
Make sense there?
I'm following.
If you don't, please rewind your podcast and listen again. So that's the first part of this Christmas doubleheader here from 1988, Schrooged. And then I picked up another one here with not a lot of songs in it, but this has become one of my new Christmas favorites. In fact, it could be my all-time Christmas favorite, and you wouldn't think so. It's Why Him? Have you seen that?
No, I don't know that movie.
James Franco and Bryan Cranston, who's great at just about anything he's in. And James Franco is all tattooed up. He's kind of just a free spirit stoner, but he's also a mega millionaire because he came up with some app for the internet. And his daughter is living with him. And her parents from Detroit come to visit, not knowing that they're going to get married.
Ooh.
And so it's just this whole big thing of Bryan Cranston hating everything about this guy and that he's got so much money because his business is failing, and mayhem ensues. Haley Cuoco plays like a Siri voice that's throughout the house that you can ask it anything. She's got some hilarious lines in that too. And a lot of hit songs in this, including a great one from Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Down on the Corner Out in the Street.
By John Cameron Fogerty.
Wow.
Sleigh Ride, the Leroy Anderson and Mitchell Parrish song, but this time done vocally by KT Tunstall.
Way to go, KT.
I like her song, Everything I See. And then a song that when you hear it, you not only think football, but you just think Fox, and that's the NFL on Fox. And man, that's a great
theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the movie, they turn on the TV and hear that. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. That is a great theme.
It is.
Phil Garrod, Reed Hayes, and Scott Shear wrote it for this outfit called Free Play Music in New York. And they sent me a bunch of that stuff when we were actually going to market that to some TV stations. But it was not to be because I stink as a salesman. I was made for loving you. That's what. Oh, no, well, not you, but the song, Kiss. Desmond Child, Vinnie Poncia, and Paul Stanley. In fact, there's 2 Kiss songs in this one, along with I Was Made for Loving You, Rock and Roll All Night,
and Party Every Day.
And then they also did a Christmas song, the traditional First Noel, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Do they do that in makeup, or do they do that? Well, they probably do.
You know, if I recall now, they were actually in the movie.
Nice.
It's a traditional First Noel with an untraditional duet.
I'll say. We should give them a shout out. In fact, we should give them a shout out loud.
Hey, we will. In fact, I've got something to really shout out loud. I just heard this. Kiss is going to have a museum in the Rio All Suite Hotel in Las Vegas.
My.
It's like 15,000 square feet.
I remember reading or seeing an interview with Gene Simmons. He said the interior of his house in California was like a Kiss museum, and nobody would want to buy a house that was a Kiss museum.
Well, some might.
He was going to get rid of or move or do something with his memorabilia collection, and maybe that's the answer.
Yeah, he apparently has 3 semi-truckloads full of stuff. You're going to be able to play golf, because I guess he's a golf fanatic, and it's going to be like a long-term venue for Kiss. In fact, they may even start doing like a residency or something, too. So, hey, shout out to Kiss and that Rio All Suites Hotel.
Indeed.
Like and retweet, thank you.
And you can probably hear the Colts very excited about that.
Yes, Colt sounds very happy. In fact, the Rio's my favorite hotel to stay because they have these double windows because they are suites. And you wake up in the morning and there's the mountains out there, or you're looking back at the strip, depending on the side you're on. My wife likes to stay on the strip, and I love the Rio the best because I think the views are just cool.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
So the Kiss Museum opening, I don't know, just watch your kiss.com. And then traditional We Wish You a Merry Christmas, sung by the Platters.
Great group from the late 50s and early 60s.
Yep. And then finally, one that says Merry Christmas.
I Don't Want to Fight Tonight.
That's right. And in these times of stress, people should be singing that this holiday season because things are really tense. Well, they should. Joey Ramone wrote it, and his group.
The Ramones sang it.
Yep. And so those are the songs and why him. So again, this is quickly becoming my favorite Christmas movie, probably next to It's a Wonderful Life. I was on the other night, and when they all came and brought the money again, I started to bawl like a baby. I'm like, man, it got to me.
Yeah. It does every single time.
Yeah, and so why him? And then Schrooged, another movie that you haven't seen, and they're both good, so doggone it, John, watch them.
Okay.
All right, now, since we still have time before Christmas, let's get 2 more movies in next time.
Okay.
This is a nice little bite-size, about 15-minute program, and we're going to try and do the next one, too. And as the holiday season is still in progress, I'm going to do a movie that maybe you haven't seen and I haven't either, called The Holiday.
No, I have not seen that.
Very interesting 2016 movie, theatrical release, not a Hallmark movie, I don't believe. But I'm not familiar with it, but a lot of songs in there. And then I think we're going to try to find the definitive answer to, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And a big shout out to Andy Samberg, who loves Die Hard. He referred to it very, very often in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the Nakatomi Tower. So we'll do that also next when, once again, the Movie Ticket Radio podcast returns. Check us out, like us and share us and do all that stuff. And check out movieticket.radio.com. I'm J.R. Russ.
I'm John Landecker.
Catch you next time.
Movie Ticket Radio.